Let me ask you something. Is blood thicker than water? Take a moment and really think about that. Because if blood is thicker than water, why are so many people carrying wounds caused by their own family? Why do some of the deepest scars come from the people who were supposed to love us the most? Mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, cousins, children. The very people connected to us by blood. So, is blood really thicker than water? Or is that something we've been taught to believe when we're expected to endure what we should have walked away from? Look, man, today, I'm not asking that question from a place of bitterness. I'm asking it from a place of truth. Because right now, somebody feels guilty for protecting their peace. Somebody is exhausted for fighting for a relationship that hasn't been fighting for them. Somebody keeps showing up for people who only show up when they need something. And somebody is carrying the burden of family loyalty while trying to heal from family betrayal. Maybe that's you. Maybe you've been the strong one, the dependable one, the forgiving one, the one who keeps giving chance after chance, hoping this time it'll be different. Only to discover that the people who know your heart the best also know how to hurt it the most. Because let me tell you, man, strangers can wound you, but family can reach places strangers never could. They know your story, your struggles, your fears, your dreams. And when people who know you best become the people who hurt you most, you're left with a question that challenges everything you've been taught. Is blood thicker than water? Or is love, loyalty, respect, and consistency what truly make a family? Because what good is shared DNA without accountability? What good is blood without loyalty? And what good is family without love? Look, man, we're having a real conversation about family, about betrayal, about boundaries, about healing, and about a truth many people are afraid to say out loud. Sometimes the people you're related to are not the people assigned to your destiny. So look, take a deep breath, man. Get comfortable. Today, we're asking a question that has challenged hearts and families for many generations. Is blood thicker than water? Let's talk about it. We vibing on a sharp mindset, diving deep where the real ones intersect. Ideas flow like the beats. We connect knowledge in the air. Let the wisdom reflect. From the highs and the lows, we navigate. Conversations that resonate, elevate, chasing dreams. Yeah, we never hesitate. In this journey of life, we cultivate. So tune in. Let's break down the grind. With a vision so clear, leave the doubts behind. On a sharp mindset, where the stars align, building futures together, one thought at a time. What's up, a Sharp Mindset family? Welcome back to another episode of A Sharp Mindset. On this podcast, we'll dive into real talk, mindset shifts, and personal growth. I'm your host, ST Sharpe, and today we'll be discussing a topic that's what? Been on my mind lately. Yep, been on my mind. What's up, everybody? Look, man, today's topic is blood thicker than water? Woo, look, man, but before we tap in, I want to thank everyone for tuning into another episode of A Sharp Mindset. Because when I speak, I don't do this for clout. I genuinely want to empower people. So track with me and tap into a motivational vibe that'll change your mindset for the better. So you already know what I want you to do. Please share, subscribe. Get this gift out there to the world and become a part of A Sharp Mindset family today. All right, y'all, what's going on, everybody? But before we get started, make sure you tap into a sharpmindset.com. Let me say it again, a sharpmindset.com. And there you can get all your official merch, stay connected to everything we got going on. You feel me? And guess what? Catch up on your latest podcast episodes, man. Make sure you locked into the movement, all right? So look, one more thing. I hope each and every one of you have had a protect your peace kind of week. I hope you guarded your energy, protected your mind, and stay focused on what truly matters. Because, man, in this world that constantly demands our attention, never forget that your peace is valuable and worth protecting, all right? Now, with that being said, let's jump right into today's episode, man. Is blood thicker than water? Woo, look, man, let's start here. Man, most of us grew up hearing it, right? That's your family. Blood is thicker than water. You only get one family, right? We've heard it so much that we've accepted it as law. Not wisdom, but law. You know, that lie we've been fed. And because of it, many people stay connected to relationships that are draining their soul. But have you noticed something, man? Nobody says blood is thicker than water when family is loving you. They say it when family is hurting you. Think about that. The phrase is almost always used as a weapon of obligation, not as a celebration of connection, man. It's used as a way to guilt people, to silence people, to keep people in places where they are emotionally dying. See, love without respect becomes manipulation, but loyalty without accountability becomes slavery. That's a gem. Come on, hear me. I need somebody to hear me. DNA does not automatically make somebody trustworthy. Shared blood does not automatically make somebody healthy, and being related does not automatically make somebody safe. I know that's a hard pill to swallow, but it's a necessary one. Let me tell y'all something, man. Growing up, I heard people say that's family so many times that I started believing family was supposed to get unlimited chances. Anybody understand what I'm talking about? Somebody lied to you, give them another chance. Somebody disrespects you, give them another chance. Somebody drains your energy, give them another chance. Why? Because they're family? But nobody ever stopped to ask if those same people were giving you another chance. Nobody ever asked if you were protecting your heart while protecting the relationship. But see, that's the conversation we're having today, man. Because the cuts hit different. Ooh, come on, hit me. Let's be honest. A stranger can hurt you, but family can destroy you. Because see, strangers don't know where all your scars are. Family does. They know your insecurities, your fears, your weaknesses, your childhood wounds, the places where life already cut you. And when the people who know you best use that information against you, the pain becomes different. The pain becomes something different. The betrayal becomes personal. The wound becomes spiritual. Ah, man, y'all not hearing me. See, the deepest wounds aren't caused by strangers. They're caused by people who knew where not to cut and cut there anyway. Come on, write that down, man. Write that down because you're not asking why did they do it? You're asking how could they do it? See, I've learned something over the years, man. The pain that comes from family is different. The stranger's opinion may bother you for a day. Family words can follow you for years. Sometimes people spend their entire adult healing from sentences that were spoken to them in childhood. Think about that. One sentence, one criticism, one rejection, one absent. And years later, you're still trying to convince yourself you're enough. Some people want the old you. Here's a gem. Write this down. See, some people love your history but hate your growth. Let me say that again. Some people love your history but hate your growth. Family can sometimes be the hardest people to evolve around. You hear me? Because they remember who you were, not who you're becoming. See, strangers meet the new version. Family remembers the old version. And when you start healing, they get uncomfortable. When you set boundaries, they get offended. When you stop tolerating nonsense, they call it different. See, the version of you that people miss is usually the version they could control. That's a gem. And another thing, everybody celebrating your survival isn't happy about your growth. But here's the truth. You're supposed to be different. Growth requires transformation, and transformation makes people uncomfortable who benefit from your weaknesses. I want everybody listening right now to ask themselves a question. Have I outgrown environments that still expect the old version of me? Sit with that. Because growth is strange, man. People pray for your success until your success start making them uncomfortable. Come on, hear me. See, people cheer for your healing until your healing comes with boundaries. People support your growth until your growth requires them to change too. That's why you got to understand blood doesn't determine access. Some of us are in that cage where we feel like we have to give them access because we're connected by blood. One of the biggest mistakes we make is believing family deserves unlimited access. Let's talk about it. Everybody doesn't deserve a front row seat to your life. We talk about this all the time. I don't care who they are, mom, dad, brother, sister, cousin, uncle, aunt. Nobody deserves unrestricted access to your peace. Being family doesn't give somebody a little lifetime pass to disrespect your peace. That's a gem. Access should be determined by behavior, not biology. Ooh, come on. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. Access is earned through behavior, not inherited through blood. Jim. Because some people share your blood, but not your values. Some people share your last name, but not your heart. Some people share your genetics, but not your integrity. Feeling stuck? Tired of negative noise? Then stop. It's time to flip the script. On the Sharpe mindset, we don't ignore life challenges. We know you go through things to grow through things. Every episode is packed with real talk, fresh insight, and actionable gems to help you move from stuck to unstoppable. I don't do this for clout. I truly want to empower people. So track with me, tap in, and start sharpening your mindset for success. Listen now on all major podcast platforms. Let's go, y'all. Look, man, think about the family you choose. Let me be honest. Some of the greatest love I ever experienced didn't come from people sharing my blood. It came from people who simply showed up. The people who checked on me, the people who prayed for me, the people who encouraged me, the people who reminded me who I was when I forgot. See, sometimes God sends family through friendships. Sometimes he sends family through mentorships. Sometimes he sends family through complete strangers. Some of us find or found family outside of family, and that's okay. Your friend who checked on you when nobody else did, that's family. The mentor who believed in you, that's family. The person who sat with you through depression, that's family. The coworker who became your prayer partner, that's family. Some people share your DNA, but not your burdens. Come on, hear me, man. The people who watered your soul deserves more loyalty than the people who only shared your last name. Come on, man. That's a gem. Because family isn't always determined by blood, man. Sometimes it's determined by consistency, loyalty, presence, love, support, protection. So stop bleeding for people who keep cutting you. Ooh, come on, hit me. Many of us have become emotional blood donors. We're constantly giving, helping, sacrificing, forgiving. Meanwhile, the very people we've helped are often the same people hurting us. At some point, you must ask yourself, how much bleeding am I expected to do before somebody notices I'm dying? And that's a real question. Because some of us have become emotional ATMs. Ooh, come on. Everybody becomes to us for withdrawals. Nobody makes deposits. Everybody wants support. Nobody gives support. Everybody wants encouragement. Nobody gives encouragement. Everybody needs us, but when we need them, suddenly they're unavailable. At some point, you got to ask yourself if you're in a relationship or an assignment. Healing begins the moment guilt loses its microphone. Come on, man. That's a gem. That's not selfish. That's wisdom. Forgiveness is not reconnection. Woo, come on. That's a word right there. That's a word right there. Forgiveness and reconnection are not the same thing. Just because I forgive you doesn't mean I trust you. Just because I forgive you doesn't mean I give you the keys to my peace again. Let me drop a gem on you, man. Forgiveness sets the prisoner free and then discovers the prisoner was you. Hear me, man. Forgiveness means I'm no longer drinking poison, hoping you die. But wisdom means I'm not handing you the cup again. Come on, hear me. Because wisdom remembers the lesson even after the pain is gone. Come on. Come on. Come on. That's just the hard truth. Sometimes the biggest heartbreak is realizing people you're related to don't actually know how to love you correctly. Look, man, that doesn't mean they're evil. It means they're limited. And hurt people often reproduce hurt though. Broken people often repeat what was done to them. It makes you think, generational dysfunction can survive for decades if nobody breaks the cycle. Maybe that's your assignment. Maybe God didn't call you to fit in the dysfunction. Maybe he called you to expose it. Maybe he called you to end it. Breaking cycles feel like betrayal to people who benefit from the cycle. Ooh, come on, Jim. The curse breaker is always misunderstood before they're appreciated. Maybe he called you to become the interruption, the pattern breaker, the chain breaker, the curse breaker. Feeling stuck? Tired of negative noise? Then stop. It's time to flip the script. On a Sharpe mindset, we don't ignore life challenges. We know you go through things to grow through things. Every episode is packed with real talk, fresh insight, and actionable gems to help you move from stuck to unstoppable. I don't do this for clout. I truly want to empower people. So track with me, tap in, and start sharpening your mindset for success. Listen now on all major podcast platforms. Let's go, y'all. Man, y'all got me hype up in this thing. I'm telling you, look. So let's answer the question. Is blood thicker than water? Sometimes, but not always, man. Blood can create connection, but character creates trust. Nah, y'all didn't hear me. Blood introduces people, character reveals them. That's a gem. Blood can establish relation, but loyalty establishes family. Blood can introduce people, but love keeps people together. Family isn't proven when life is easy. Family is revealed when life gets heavy. That's a gem. I know somebody listening is wrestling with guilt right now. I know you are. You're trying to decide if settling a boundary makes you a bad person. You're trying to figure out if protecting your peace makes you selfish. Let me help you, man. Boundaries are not walls. Boundaries are instructions. Hear me, man. They teach people how to love you. They teach people how to respect you. They teach people what access to your life requires. Look, when I was preparing for this episode, I kept coming back to one thought. Every person listening is connected to somebody by blood, but not everybody feels connected by love. Ooh, and that hurts. Come on now, hear me. Because deep down, we all want the same thing, to be seen, to be valued, to be respected, to be loved. Not because of what we do, not because of what we can give, but because of who we are. And if you've never received that from family, I want you to hear me. That's not proof that you're unworthy. That's proof that some people were incapable of giving what you deserve. So, as you travel through this journey of life, man, just know that everybody is not meant to go with you. Just because y'all connected by blood doesn't mean that you have to stay connected to them in your entirety. You can let go. This is your permission. You can let go. That relationship doesn't have to drain your soul. That relationship doesn't have to pull you down. Let go. Let go. Family may be blood, but blood alone does not give someone permission access to your peace. Let go. Just because you share a last name doesn't mean you have to carry the weight of their choices, their drama, their dysfunction. Let go. Release the guilt. Release the obligation. Release the need to be understood by people committed to misunderstanding you. Let go. Love them from a distance if you must. Pray for them if you choose. But don't sacrifice your healing to maintain a connection that's destroying you. Let go. Growth requires space. Peace requires boundaries. Healing requires courage. Let go. Not because you hate them. Not because you're bitter. Not because you've forgotten where you came from. But because you finally remember who you are. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do for yourself is walk away from what keeps breaking you. Let go. Your future is waiting on the other side of what you're afraid to release. You can hold on to pain or you can hold on to purpose, but you can't carry both forever. Choose purpose. Choose peace. Choose growth. Let go. Look, family, that's my episode for today. Before I leave you, I wanted you to sit with this, man. Ask yourself, who in my life has blood connection but no emotional responsibility? Then ask yourself, who has consistently shown up for me without sharing a single drop of my DNA? I promise you the answers might shock you, man. Relationships should be measured by consistency, not genetics. That's a gem. Look, man, life taught me something. People can be related to you, but still resent you. People can be related to you and still betray you. People can be related to you and still abandon you. But people can also be unrelated to you and save your life. If protecting your peace costs you a relationship, don't automatically question the boundary. Sometimes you need to question the relationship. Ooh. You are not obligated to destroy your peace to prove loyalty. Let me say that one more time. I'm telling you, I've learned something in life. Blood may run through your veins, but loyalty runs through your action. Love runs through your choices, but respect runs through your character. And when those things are missing, DNA becomes nothing more than biology. Come on. Family is who protects your heart. And when life is trying to break it, check your surroundings, man. So I ask you, is blood thicker than water? Woo, man, look, if you enjoyed this topic and you're done battling loyalty, subscribe to the podcast, man. As always, stay positive, protect your peace, and track with me next week on another episode of A Sharpe Mindset. Until next time, stay sharp. I'll catch y'all next week.